There we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Here at the Tinseltown vent. Just got through seeing Challengers. I got to go ahead and get on the road, so let's do a little live action review real quick. I wanted to come to this movie because, first of all, there was a good contest with it. There's like a sports package, some things like that with Cinemark. So if you see this right now when this movie's come out, this weekend, there is a pretty good movie on Cinemark with some cool stuff. So I wanted to get out of the house, and I love going to the movies. I think I may have a future in film. I just love watching different people's expression of their art and their life or whatever their story is in some kind of film format. See how the actors go about acting their parts, how the script is written, the plot, the dialogue, the cinematography. I enjoyed this movie, Challengers, and it was produced. I noticed it was produced by Zendaya also. So all that kind of stuff where it's like who the director and producer is. I'm not really familiar with this director. The product placement, like the Dunkin' Donuts, where Patrick is like going into the contest and they got a Dunkin' Donuts like product placement, or what was it? One of those flashbacks where they're drinking a Coca-Cola. I just think stuff like that's funny. So the movie is, I thought it was engaging, and what was the other thing? Oh yeah, Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross did the score for it. So they've done a lot of film work, and I really appreciate getting to hear their stuff. I don't want to be too critical about the film. I'd rather just, maybe reminisce on what the movie meant to me or what I thought about as I watched it. Just kind of give you a heads up of what it is and maybe what I thought about it. It's kind of got a weird back and forth where it's like present day and then jumping back to this past scenario where everybody was kind of in this story together. But it's weird how it's like all about tennis, and I appreciated the competitiveness of this. That's another thing I wanted to comment on, is that like I haven't done a review in a while, and so I thought maybe like a sports film where I enjoy tennis. I haven't played much of it, but where it's talking about the competitiveness of the sport. I was like, okay, this needs to be a catalyst. I'll go see this film. I'll do a review. I told myself if I was going to have a YouTube channel and go to the movies, I better do reviews. So I've got a bunch of past due ones to do, but it's like a catalyst to go and remember what that competitiveness is of the sport, and like the passion and the drive, behind being competitive towards something that you enjoy or that you love, right? And so it kind of highlighted what the different characters' ambitions were, their differences in opinion, whether they're going to go to the U.S. Open or whether it's just like college, or who wants what and why they're doing what they're doing. And in some kind of weird way, they get all intertwined and entangled in this relationship thing. And, this could have been anything besides tennis. It could have been basketball. It could have been any kind of weird story, because it was really about is this character drama, this romance between this entanglement. And I just thought about how, like, I appreciate how people can be there for each other and we can get to know people as friends. But this whole thing of like a romantic issue of people getting entangled with one another. Like, our culture is so loose now, so promiscuous to just hook up with anyone. And it's weird to watch that character arc over time as like these entanglements and these connections to people that maybe if you weren't caught up in the lust and the carnality of the flesh, those relationships might not have ever developed. Because if you're like trying to get close to God, get close to Christ, aiming for more of like a sexual purity, that kind of thing, then maybe those relationships never would have happened, and you would have just been friends with someone and not had all this tension. And the film did a pretty good job of showing some of this tension between this dynamic, this love triangle. So people that are into this romance and dating scene and all this kind of like a love triangle situation, you'll probably get a kick out of it, because that's really what it is. There's some sports aspect to it if you like tennis. If you like Zendaya, I thought everyone did a great job. God bless y'all. I'd rather just point you to Christ. Some of the stuff I thought about while I was watching the film was like, that's so interesting what Christ was tempted by. Like, what was it? The pride of life, the lust of the eyes, and the lust of the flesh. And so if we can be aware of those temptations that the enemy tries to get us hooked into, maybe we can avoid some of those pitfalls and just be able to get to know people and make sure we're a good match with people and kind of lift this up to God in prayer, especially those who are like dating and trying to figure out who to connect with. I'm not interested in getting into some kind of wild scenario with all this love triangle. I'd rather just get to know people and, get to the point of finding that right match. And may you be able to do that too and have wisdom and discernment. May the Holy Spirit lead you if you're in that scenario. I'll say that. Or if you're already with someone, may you be able to work through those kind of things and let go of these lustful affairs if anybody's caught in that kind of stuff, and be able to work on your relationship and be able to do right, because that's really, like, at the end of the day, it kind of showed that this movie was really about that passion, maybe, or the love of the game, and it really highlighted that kind of thing. But then it's kind of like, watch out for these pitfalls, because at the end of the day, you know, um, you know, who are you going home to, right? You want someone there that you can trust, that you can love, that you can have a solid foundation with, is really the best, like, highest ideal, I think, that God or that Christ has for us. So those are just some of the things I thought about. I enjoyed the film. God bless all y'all. I love seeing different people's take on how their film craft is expressed, and so I really got a good experience today from this one. Um, if there's any other thing I could highlight, maybe like parental notice. If it might not be for young kids, but there's language. Um, how do I say this? Maybe more of like sensuality scenes, like romantic kind of sensuality. Nothing over the top too much. But if you've got young kids, you might not want to take them to see that. Oh yeah, there was a locker room full of dudes with male genitalia exposed. Uh, so be aware of that. Watch out, I guess. If you've got kids and you're trying to watch out for that. Anyway, let me know what y'all's thoughts are. And stick around. I've got a bunch of these to do. I need to just sit down at the computer one day and do like quick little 2-minute movie reviews on all the stuff I've seen over the last year. I've had other stuff in the focus. So stick around if you want to. That'll be on the way. And it's good to see y'all. Love to hear your thoughts. Let me know your comments of what you thought about with this film or this trailer, or whatever it is that comes to mind. Let's have a dialogue about something cool. All right. Anyway, peace out, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. All right.